Hey, welcome back to Metroball Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks for tuning in. Today is the 7th of May, and it's a Sunday evening. We are playing in the casual lobby in Net, playing Skorpios Defense Systems, and we are playing a total rig seeker deck, trying to destroy everything. And we have some good opening here. We have two kind of crappy pieces of ice. Good luck, have fun. Thanks, you too. That should keep him out. We're running more barriers than anything, and we're just trying to tax him out here. So we'll put this on HQ just so we don't have to worry about account siphon or anything. And we can fire up Caligo to Real TV and get a top card off of their deck. If they run this, it's only one to trash, so we're going to pop it anyways. So we're just going to pop this. So trash the top card of the runner stack. It's a Mimic, so we're going to remove that from the game. And that's hopefully how you win this game. Like, that was so easy, huh? So they just got their Mimic removed from the game. We're playing Skorpios. We could have also removed the Sure Gamble. If they're running Data Sucker, they're probably running Parasite, which makes me immediately regret not running that unparasitable barrier. We kind of need this in the deck. This deck is a bit short on money, but this is a good start. So the idea of this deck is that we're running Power Shutdown, which is good against Data Sucker. We're running Power Shutdown, we're running Hunter Seeker, we're running MCA Informant, we're running Best Defense, we're trying to trash just about everything we can. They're going to get a lot of money here. We're not going to be able to stop that. I don't think we have a lot of ice in this deck, only 12 or so. But if we get a Rototurret now, it actually might be decent. I'm pretty sure it'll be parasited though, and that sucks, but that's okay. Let's remember to fire Skorpios ability once per turn. We get to remove a card from the game. That's a Power Shutdown, so we can Power Shutdown for one here. It's kind of risky, but I think it's worth doing. Yeah, whatever. Power Shutdown for one. They can't run. Oh, we lost Nihilus. That's actually pretty rough. So we'll remove that from the game, the Data Sucker, so they're not going to get that. They're definitely going to run Archives, so maybe Power Shutdown was a bit ambitious. And yeah, we're going to lose 2 points. So we were a bit ambitious. There was no rush to get down the Data Sucker. This Caligoda is going to fire again. I think they're now like they can easily face check into things because they have no breakers. Hacktivist Meeting is going to fire. I think we're still going to fire this thing. Yeah, that's fine. That's a Deja Vu. We're going to remove that from the game. Doesn't actually matter that much. Miramati is good. We want to put that on Archives actually just because they can't do anything else. So that's actually really good too. So let's put this on Archives and let's just hedge fund up. So next turn I think we're going to score this out. We're going to give him 2 bad pub. We're going to get the current off, which is the best thing. And if any time we draw into friends in high places, we can now get double Caligoda on the table. That's really good because, well, we only have 2 sentries in this whole thing. And that's kind of an issue. Best Defense, not that useful right now. I don't actually think we're in a rush to score Hostile Takeover. We probably want to find other things. Power Shutdown's really good. We're running Underway Renovation, which if we get a piece of ice, we can install Advance that and start milling cards off the top of the deck. Nothing really here to do in the last click, so I think we'll just gain for credit. This is okay. This might be okay. I was worried that we wouldn't have a lot of money in this deck, but I think we might be okay. There's that, like, what is it, self-adapting code wall? I think we actually need that. Oh, we should be firing our ability. I think we forgot a couple times. So we're going to remove the Career Fair we should remove from the game. It's not really like a big recursion card, but we'll definitely remove a Sure Gamble. We might as well. Jackson's really good, so let's just fire this off to get the current off. And we can now remove the current from the game too, so we don't have to worry about recurring it. And we're getting some value. They don't also seem to be running the Heat Breakers, or if they are, they're probably not running that many of them. So I'm pretty glad that we got the Mimic out of the way. We could also in theory install Advance this thing just to trash cards. But oh, actually behind Horden, that's actually pretty good. So let's put this in a new remote, install Advance this, or we could wait till next turn. I don't think we need to. What's the chance they can get through a code gate? Let alone what's the chance they expect Weyland to have code gates? So let's put this in server 5. Let's advance it once to get a card. I guess we'll remove Dirty Laundry from the game. Again, not a big recursion card. Not a card that generally people recur. But at least we're getting some value out of it. And as soon as they run this, if they either get this with Snatch and Grab or Best Defense, I mean, if they get this agenda, we can either Power Shutdown or Hunter Seeker. And this card actually doesn't do much against our deck. So we're going to gain 1 and end the run. This one is, oh, they just, perfect, because this one isn't implemented and they can't get into the server. So they're running Ice Wall. Kind of don't want to res it right now for a single access, because if they do steal an agenda, we can trash something. We can also Power Shutdown for 3, but I don't think that matters that much. I just don't want to res this, because then they can Parasite it. Let's see if they get something off the top. Oh shit, they do. Well, cool. We have a Rototurret, which is pretty good. They also stole this, so in theory we can bet Hunter Seeker the David. We can also Hunter Seeker any of these cards. Again, the David only breaks Firewall, or if we over advance an Ice Wall, so it's not actually that much, there's not that much worth of it, so I think we'd actually just want to advance this. Ooh, that's fantastic. So they no longer have a Code Gate Breaker, unless they have another one, I guess. Advance again. That gets a data sucker out again. I think we can afford to advance one more time to mill 2 more cards. We're not going to be able to remove something from the game, so there's a chance we're making them stronger. But we got a Temujin and a Sol set, and that's really good. This is actually working out really well. Pretty well. So they're going to need to find their other copy of Black Orchestra just to get into the server. Parasite's going to be too slow. If they are running Faust, ooh, they're running Doppelganger. Super interesting. So they're going here on R&D. I think we'll res it now just so that, because they assumed this was an archer. I don't know what they assume this is, but we're going to stop this to stop their money. And so now we can remove the daily cast from the game, or the dirty laundry, sorry. They're going HQ. Don't mind so much about this. The only one that's bad that they hit is Jackson Howard. I think we'll take our chances here. And we can just keep advancing this thing up. They got a rotor turret, so they have to respect that now. And we might be able just to hit all their breakers with underway. Oh, they're going here, right. We forgot that we needed Jackson on the table, but that's okay. We can res this. And that'll end the run. I guess, oh yeah, free Doppelganger run's not too bad, huh? Oh, hedge fund's actually perfect. So I think we want to advance this once, see what we get. So we got I've had worse in medium. We'll definitely remove the medium from the game. So they can't deja vu that, which something they definitely are running. Not that worried about, like, what's the chance that they have their breaker? I think we can afford to advance this one more time. And it's an I've had worse and a medium again. Wow, double I've had worse medium. What's the chance of that? And so we can double ice something with Roto Turret. It's now a card they have to respect. They've ran, so we can power shut down. They would choose one of these. I think they would choose the David. And we can get more money. Do we need money? No, I don't actually think we need money. Are we worried about losing this 2-pointer? Not so much. Let's just, if we do it one more time though, we can get a breaker in the bit heap, and that's not good for us. Like, you don't want to do that last click, I don't think. So let's just protect R&D, I suppose. Because that's generally where they're going to win. Next turn we can hedge fund and double advance this thing. And we might just lock them out. We might just lock them out. Like, they're short on breakers. The best thing they can do right now is what they're doing is draw to make sure that they find their breakers before they lose them. And if they do go in to trash this thing, we can always emergency or power shut down, let alone snatch and grab. So that's good. We also have best defense, so we can trash same old thing. We can also trash sacrificial construct, which has become more and more popular. But this deck is doing exactly what it's intended to do. And so that's pretty cool. Cards that they discard at the end of the turn, we can't remove with Skorpios, mind you. You just can't. That's not how it works, because they're not trash. They're discarded, so we can't touch that. So we're definitely going to fire this first. Advance. We got a Black Orchestra and Liberated account. That's probably both of their Black Orchestras. That's really hard for them now. And we can always advance this thing, so it's hard to deal with, it's really hard to deal with, or impossible to deal with Faust or Mammon or anything else they have. It's also tricky to deal with Yogg because it's outside of strength. Advancing it one more time again, I think, is not a good idea. So let's protect. We don't actually protect that many servers, so I think we're actually going to put this in a new remote. So we can use this. They're running Hacktivist. Let's just pre-res it. They're just digging, because that's what they have to do. Like, we're removing the way for them to interact with us. Oh, MK Ultra is actually incredibly important. But the thing is, oh, that's really good too. But as soon as they run, we're going to remove the MK Ultra from the game. As soon as they run, they're going to move it from the game. And I don't think they can get through Hortum. They can get to HQ, and we now have this. I think we can still be greedy. I think we can afford to advance this one more time. Dirty Laundry, Ice Carver. I think we can do it one more time. Paperclip, Career Fair. So we'll remove a Paperclip. We can score this, but I don't think actually we care to. Like, if they steal it, it's going to be really bad for them. Because we can just remove one of these from the game as well. So I think actually clicking for a credit is probably fine. They can now get into archives. Running through HQ is going to cost our R&D 3 credits. Running to HQ cost them 1 credit, which isn't too bad at all. But I don't mind if they run either way. Like, we can either emergency shutdown, power shutdown, sorry, for 2. Or if they get an agenda, we can do both in a turn. We can power shutdown, and they'll have to trash one of these 2. Then we can snatch and grab the other one. Deja Vu just came back. Medium and Data Sucker. Oh, fuck. Okay, they're good to go. Don't think we can afford to res this. So this has happened. Like, one Deja Vu gets through and then everything comes through. So that's -1. They have bad pub. Really not a big deal. But they've just ran. I actually hope they hit an agenda to some extent. So we're going to be able to power shut down for 1. Oh yeah, right. Doppelganger. Awesome. And resing this, I just don't think we have the money to do right now. So they get 2 cards. Again, I kind of hope they hit an agenda now. Like, I really do. Okay. No good. Alright. So Changeling's cool. In theory, as soon as we get an end the run Kogate on here, which we only have 1 more in our deck because we kind of focus too much on barriers, we could purge here, but I think we probably want to power shut down for 1. Because we have Jackson on the table, so it's really low risk. It is going to make them dig deeper. Oh, fuck, that was our Hortum. The one card that we needed to draw to put on here. I guess with Data Suckers, now without Data Suckers, it's hard. Oh, we should remove the Deja Vu. Shit. Fuck. Ah, that's fine. That's fine. Need to pay more attention to that ability. It's like a really tricky one. Can we close the prompt here? Oops. Okay, cool. If we advance this again, what do we mill? Like, I don't think they have any more code breakers, code gate breakers. I think it's probably worth one more. Ketty Jones Doppelganger. Nah, it's fine. Let's go one more. I've had worse Deja Vu. We'll remove the Deja Vu, I guess. Oops, misclicked. That's fine. Yeah, we shouldn't remove that. But it doesn't look like they're running same old thing. And if they same old thing Deja Vu, yeah, that's pretty good. But what can we do? Got another Data Sucker. So we could res this, but then we can't really afford Hunter Seeker. So we're not going to. I think we should have, just because they don't have a lot of money. But they're breaking this for free, and we might just lose to medium here. Again, if they steal one agenda, it's good. But if they steal multiple agendas, it's bad. I think next turn we 100% have to purge. Okay, so now we don't want them to steal more agendas. They're running archives, so they're going to get the shuffle. So, we basically have to hold on for one more turn. So this is going back for sure. Power Shutdown's going back for sure. Our Hortum we don't need to get back because we run best defense. So I think we need the money more than anything. But the idea is as soon as their turn ends, we can Hunter Seeker their Paperclip. And I think it's the last Paperclip in the game. So if they don't, like, Parasite the Ice Wall. But they're going to see 4 cards off of R&D. They're actually not unlikely to win. But they're definitely going to get some damage in. And the thing is, we don't have to purge if we trash the Paperclip. Oh, wow. Okay, we held out. That's really good. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. They're only going to see 1 more card. That's really good. We're also not running that many trashables, so not only does Whizzard not get value, but our R&D will hold up a fair bit more than if you ran a lot of trashables, just because you trash them and then see new cards, right? Alright, you got 1 trashable. Probably a Jackson. Yeah, okay, cool. So we're going to remove, they didn't play anything, right? We have an MC Informant. It doesn't really matter here, so we're definitely going to hunt and seek out their Paperclip. We're going to remove that from the game. So now 2 Paperclips are out of the game. That's likely all of their barrier breakers. So ideally, they can't get through the server. Let's click for 1 more credit, I guess. Nothing else really here is good. We could advance 1 more time to get the last 2 cards of their deck, but we've already removed 1 from the game this turn. So it's going to come down to if they can't have a barrier. So if they don't have a barrier breakers, then they don't have Parasite, and it looks like they're not running Parasite. Like, they just can't break through anything. Like, they might be locked out. Like, they can't get through code gates, and they just left the game. Well, that's how it works. Like, that's... Admittedly, we should have probably lost more points of R&D, but like if you don't prepare for this sort of archetype, I imagine this is what's going to happen. And we've entirely removed it the way for them to interact with us. And there's ways to deal with this. Like Power Shutdown wasn't so good in this game. I think they played around that well with Data Sucker. They're not running Parasite or other ways to deal with ice. In theory, we should be running what's a self-adapting code wall. Maybe this will work. No, it doesn't. Okay. But it's an ice that can't be parasited. It can't have its strength lowered. It is a bit overcosted. But that's the idea. If you get lucky with your mills and you remove the cards from the game, they kind of can interact with you. And the best thing they can do is just draw so they get their program so they can install it. Again, if you just run either Film Critic, which is this card here that says you don't steal an agenda. So with this one on the table, Hunter Seeker doesn't do anything. Or you run, what's it called? Sacrificial Construct. Which is this one. Oh, sacrificial. I gotta spell that right. Official construct. If you run this one, it prevents. Anyways, it's a resource for one influence that prevents the trashing of a hardware or program. The thing is that one's 0 to install, and by the other one's in the connection, Film Critic. So in theory, if they install the Film Critic, we'd MCA Informant it. Yeah, we don't have a lot of money, but that's kind of a problem with this deck. You could run Bailiff instead of Ice Wall, but I'm worried about Parasite. And on the other side, if they run Sacrificial Construct, we run 2 Best Defense, and we're also running the card that lets us tutor with Consulting Visit. This idea seems to work. It's kind of weak early game. Like, you can get stomped early. We can't stop a count siphon, but if the runners are just trying to get, like, honest single axes, this seems okay. I'm going to try it again. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned. We got more games coming on this channel most weekday nights. Otherwise, Thursday, 8:45 Eastern, we got a live stream. Hopefully you drop by. It's usually a fun time. Ciao.